Great to be speaking with you today. Quick background about myself. I've been working in security since I was 17, so well over 2 decades now. Firstly in Australia and the last 16 years in the US here in Seattle. The primary focus has been responding to security attacks and many different areas and other security domains, but for the last 10 years, it's been all about cloud. I've had the privilege to be the ServiceNow CISO for about 1.5 years now. CISOs get asked all the time how their organization is structured. My personal opinion is that there is no perfect one-size-fits-all security organizational model, because it depends not just on the company, but where that company is at as a business. For ServiceNow, our customers are some of the most regulated in the industry. So our security organizational model takes this into account and is laddered to affect both resiliency and risk, but in a way that is scalable given our rapid growth. To that end, the way in which we have grouped our security organization is to take like-minded security functions. So for example, those that write code are on the same team. Those that do operations are in another, and those that are field-facing are yet in another group, and so on. This design is to avoid silos built about specific security projects. It also allows us at any given time to look at the body of work that we do have and make crisp prioritization calls, not only on what new work to do or what work to automate, but importantly, what work to drop for greater priorities. Given our growth, these priorities are quite dynamic. In 6 months, our current processes may be out of date, which is why we have an agile structure that allows us to be constantly refreshing workflows and our approaches to work. What is so cool about reporting to the ServiceNow CIO, my boss, Chris Betty, is that our target customers are also CIOs. So Chris is essentially customer zero for everything that we do at ServiceNow. And this gives himself and his organization, which includes security, limitless possibilities on improving work for our customers in the future. I've been in product and operational business units for most of my career, but it is a privilege to be part of the IT org at ServiceNow. It does help, of course, that our CIO is so security conscious, and that's not always the case. What this does mean, though, is that we're constantly challenged by him when reporting on the maturity of our security program. And the way in which we do this is with a focus on enabling the right outcomes and value derived from security to support the business. We use both quantitative and qualitative measures and consider both known risks, but also known unknown risks. Internally, we've set the expectation that we will be continuously uncovering new cyber risks every time we report to the C-suite and the board, and that we will in turn address these risks diligently and aggressively, regardless of their complexity. C-suite relationships are crucial for any CISO, and in many ways, they're pretty standard. At ServiceNow, we work hand in hand with our general counsel, our CIO, of course, and our CTO. Other crucial relationships are with our chief marketing officer and chief revenue officer for the purposes of cybersecurity resiliency, but also our CFO as we align our security and risk objectives and subsequent budget needs to support our customers in the future. What is great about this leadership team is that when we report to the board, we do so when speaking the same language. We have the same framework. So whether it's myself, our general counsel, our head of privacy, or our head of physical security, whenever we talk about risk, we do so using that common framework. And while this is supported and enabled by our GRC product, it simply wouldn't happen if it wasn't for the strong collaborative ties between the ServiceNow security and other leaders across the company. One C-suite group that is most crucial and not yet mentioned is that of our customers. As a customer-focused company, we are always listening to our customers and using our resources to anticipate their needs. In security, there is also the all-important shared responsibility model between a cloud provider and consumer. And we're always looking for ways to uplift not just our own security, but that of our customers as well. I consider them to be a very essential component of our C-suite.